Welcome to the first project, the Advert Project, which as you can see is due in on the 8th of October 2021 at 4:30. All of your deadlines will be at 4:30. This covers two units, Unit 1 and Unit 2. Unit 1 is all about processes, technical skills that we use in the creative media production and technology industry, and in particular focusing on different forms of communication within the sector. Unit 2 is more about research and about skills that support creating a new idea, helping you to develop an understanding of the important role of design and research to underpin and inform and shape the processes that you'll be carrying out in Unit 1. We put these two together because they complement each other really well. Essentially, you're researching and then creating something. And that something is the Advert Project. So, you have been asked to create a series of ads for a brand new product of your own choice. Could be a new energy drink, could be a new type of phone, could be some merchandise, could be something entirely different that you've invented. But it needs to be for a specific demographic, a particular target audience. The project's going to be sponsored by our friends at Desk Lodge, which is a co-sharing creative space in Basingstoke, where lots of young, vibrant, entrepreneurial media companies collaborate together and in many instances take on our students for work experience to work for these small and medium-sized enterprises, burgeoning new media companies that start off with people collaborating in spaces like Desk Lodge and then grow into companies. Desk Lodge is a space we'll be using and collaborating throughout the 2 years on the course. So they'll be watching to see your progress and to see you develop the creative skills, the research, and the best work we will put forward to our friends at Desk Lodge, and they will connect with students and offer work experience to individuals who they think are ready to go and work with them, whether it be remotely or in person. You're going to work in a team of 3 people max, and you're going to present all of your research, your ideas, and of course your finished adverts themselves in a professional digital portfolio. So a Google Sites is what we're going to use for the first project. This is going to include research. So with the research, you're going to be asked to come up with ideas for your original product, which you're then of course going to advertise using video, image and audio adverts. But it starts with ideas generation. So this ideas generation can manifest itself as sketches, doodles, mind maps of you thinking about the colour and the inspirations and examples that might inform your idea. Primary and secondary research needs to underpin your work. So what I mean by that is we need to see that you thought about your advert project from perspectives beyond your own. That amateur level is just for yourself as the audience. That professional level is for the external clients, as it were, people with different perspectives. So primary research is your research that you do. So your research, as it were. So that could be you researching using surveys and interviews and focus groups and using forums perhaps. Secondary research would be looking what other people have found out about different advertising techniques. Looking at YouTube analytics perhaps, looking at data and stats and facts about how different adverts have been effective. I want to see primary and secondary research for your advert project. We also want to see a rationale. So a rationale is you rationalizing and justifying your idea as to why it is fit for purpose for your audience, your target demographic. Bring it back to that each time, the target demographic, rationalize it and make it clear to us and the clients at Desk Lodge why your project is viable. We want to see a plan, action plan. We'll give you templates for this, but it's important that we see that you've used your time effectively and you've thought deeply about What you're going to do with your time. The students that go on to have the greatest careers always are those that can manage their time effectively. We want to see you exhibit that in this early stage of the year. Throughout, and this is the case for all of our units, we want to see you evaluating, thinking, reflecting, whether that be vlogs, podcasts, or text posts, and justifying your ideas. So little reflective weekly posts on your digital portfolio will be appreciated here. I want to see you think about your ideas. And again, the option is there to vlog or podcast or write. Up to you entirely.
Your adverts need to cover the following.
The first being video. Second being image. And the third being audio. So for video, think about how you might connect and advertise your original product to both the client and the audience. So, are you going to be making a 30-second advert? Are you going to be making, I don't know, social media ads? Are you going to be creating perhaps content for different platforms like Instagram Reels? Are you going to be doing something traditional like a TV advert maybe? What are you going to be creating? It's important in your team of up to 3 people you have a video component. The second part is image. So there needs to be an image component to your advert project. And that might be a poster. It might be digital signage using the signs around the college we have, or using festival places, digital signage perhaps. You might even take screenshots from your video, high resolution images, and then turn them into posters perhaps, billboards. There needs to be an image component to your advert project. There also needs to be an audio component. Now this might manifest itself as a radio ad. It might manifest itself as perhaps a jingle you might hear on a podcast or the radio. It might be the voiceover, as it were, of your advert. So the voiceover, you might get in some voiceover artists, other people. And the case for this project is you can bring in other people, friends and family to help you to actually bring together your 3 adverts.
So long as there is a video, an audio and an image component to your advert project, we'll be happy. But that is what the brief asks for. To complete the advert project, we need an honest evaluation. Really think deeply about how you've got on the process. What did you find difficult? What was challenging? Time management typically gets mentioned here.
The ability to reflect and to think deeply about how you can improve, iterate, pivot, go again is crucial. We're never done, we're never finished as creative professionals. We're constantly improving and taking on inspiration and going again. We get better each time. So, did you meet your expectations? Is what I want you to reflect on here. Now for the evaluation at the end, and this will be informed of course by your constant evaluating and justifying ideas that you've been doing all the way through the advert project. I want you to be honest. Think about also the rationale. Did you set out to meet the client's expectations, or did you go off and perhaps lose sight of what your rationale originally intended you to do? Be honest. I want you to talk about the pros and cons. I want you to think about industry examples. How does your work measure up to industry examples? Think deeply about this and be honest. It's really important you're honest about this.
Your advert project will be presented to the class. So we'll have a screening where we'll share the work. We'll have it on the big screen and you and your teams will share what you've done. That's really important to us, that evaluative, constantly iterating, taking on feedback, getting better. We're never done. We're constantly in the process of getting better. And we will provide you that safe, supportive environment whereby we can all help each other get better. That's something we pride ourselves on in the course, and it's something that will provide an opportunity for you to really take on board feedback, develop and get better. The students that are open to that feedback and listen and then make changes for their next projects are always the students who go on to have the best grades when it comes to final major projects, because they are open to listening, iterating, adapting, pivoting their ideas and evolving them into their best state.
So, the 3 parts to the Advert project are research, adverts themselves, and the evaluation. The work itself is going to be due in on the 8th of October. Good luck.